What's up, Snackers? It's your boy Pretzels here. Sunday, February 4th, 2018, and this is Pretzels+Prints+Repeat. It's Super Bowl day today, and that means a host of trailers released upon us. I'm not watching any of those guys. Actually, basically, all of the movies with trailers that came out today happen to be ones I've arbitrarily decided to avoid spoilers for. Mission Impossible, Jurassic World, Solo. Convenient because I don't even care for the big game. I'm observing a quiet Sabbath and making this episode instead. With virtually no information about any of those things available to me, and not enough time to create a full 10 to 11 minute episode based on them, even if there were, with their coming out only today and all. What is my topic du jour going to be? Well, the MPAA rating for Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs came in PG-13, which a lot of people are finding surprising. Let's talk about that. My first exposure to the concept of Isle of Dogs came through a Flera article dated 12 October 2015, citing a Screen Daily article dated 13th November 2013, where Wes Anderson, during an interview at the Rome Film Festival, talked about the project openly for the first time, as far as I can tell, trying to do something for kids again after his success on Fantastic Mr. Fox. We have been talking about an animated film together, but as we work on it, we are struggling as it's becoming increasingly violent, depressing, and inappropriate for youngsters, so probably won't get funded, he said. I would like to do something, though, as it's been a pleasure to make a couple of films that young people like. With Fantastic Mr. Fox, I have all the puppets in our apartment in New York, and kids love to see them, so I would like to do something for young people again. A PG-13 rating with this in mind would be maybe a sweet spot between the youngster slant and the violence and depressing and inappropriate content. There's a lot I don't know, but folks do take their kids to see PG-13 flicks all the time. Thematic elements and violent images doesn't really sound like... Scroll down too far. It doesn't really sound like superhero movie type violence, though, so it's going to be an interesting one to see. There was some minor speculation at the first increasingly violent announcement that the upcoming project would possibly be a remake of the 1982 adaptation of Richard Adams's The Plague Dogs, itself with a well-deserved PG-13 rating. Alright, I have to admit that I haven't seen the whole thing like I have of Watership Down 1978 PG, but I have seen pertinent bits, so I guess I'm allowed to say PG-13 is well received. Because, yeah, I much expected Isle of Dogs to be in the same vein, so color me then surprised when the Isle of Dogs trailer aired before the My Little Pony movie, which was rated PG because TVY7 is a rating only for TV. Seriously, the My Little Pony movie's rating, and that bugs me more than Isle of Dogs is. But of course I have yet to see Isle of Dogs yet. Either way, I knew then that Isle of Dogs must have been toned down somehow, possibly from that increasingly violent early stage. The trailer being shown in front of an explicitly family picture, I was expecting maybe a PG rather than the PG-13/R rating you'd expect from something labeled increasingly violent. But actually getting that PG-13 rating seems... Adam Chitwood of Collider used the term scandalous. Well, let's go back to 2009. Fantastic Mr. Fox, PG-rated, was Anderson's first non-R-rated film. Even then, there are still some who think Fantastic Mr. Fox's PG rating is still getting a lot of crap past the radar, with all the cusses and whatnot. But the point stands, PG, not R. Moonrise Kingdom, the following in Anderson's filmography, received a tween-friendly PG-13, but all in all, out of the 9 feature-length films he's directed, this is only Anderson's third not to be given a restricted rating by the MPAA. Anderson's not the most PG director in the world. He's not the least PG director in the world either, of course. His R's tend to be pretty soft, and he's directed plenty of commercials and shorts and stuff, which would probably each get a G rating from the MPAA, where they issued ratings. I don't know, just a few thoughts. It's really the only issue I've got to report on today. I don't have much to say about it. How are we time-wise? Crap. Halfway through. Halfway through. Okay. Well, actually, I did hear there was supposed to be an Infinity War trailer that was also on the. Yeah, that's cool. So I don't know. Maybe I could do a rating to that. Actually, though, I was rating. Maybe I could do I don't know what's it called, reaction to that trailer. Actually, I was thinking recently about I mentioned earlier like the rape culture that Hollywood has, and I was thinking more about it. Like John Lasseter, did you hear? Disney Animation and Pixar, they collectively did a day of contemplation or whatever regarding what to do with Lasseter, and apparently like the higher ups, Catmull and everyone, they all knew that Lasseter was kind of going around touching women inappropriately and stuff. But they just tried to bury it, I guess. Oh, okay, let's try the trending tab. And I was thinking about Matt Damon and okay, Jurassic World, Mission Impossible, Solo. Is it even on the? Doesn't even appear to. Okay, here we go. No, come on. Okay, it was just there. It's like there was a tweet from Marvel right there. So, and I was thinking about Matt Damon, and I was thinking about Stan Lee. He may or may not have done some inappropriate things in front of his nurses now that his wife is dead and he's kind of lonely and in his 90s. Gosh darn it. Are they not? Cloverfield Paradox. Yeah, see, a lot of trailers out. A black screen? There was a black screen during the Super Bowl. That's fun. Okay, well, I don't know, let's try Marvel's official YouTube channel or something. Okay, wait, here we go. Here we go. It's 30 seconds long. Okay, I heard about the shield. There's a toy of it apparently, and so it. But now we get to see it in the trailer. Oh, and apparently he had the shields on during the everybody's rushing at the camera scene, but
So this is it.
they must have digitally erased that from the previous trailer. Okay, so we're seeing some of the that circle thing that Thor had earlier. apparently that has something to do with Guardians of the Galaxy. So we got Teenage Groot. Actually, this isn't telling us that much. But the new shield, gauntlet shield thing, that's fun.
So this is it.
Yeah, okay, no wonder why this thing isn't trending. But it's the only trailer I'm allowing myself to watch. Am I in focus? Sure, why not?
Let's go.
I'm sure that must have been 11 minutes. This has been Pretzels+Prints+Repeat. Possibly. See you next Tuesday. Tuesday after next, actually.